My name is Brian. I joined Flipdish towards the end of last year. Before that, my background was most recently in travel technology with I think Ireland's first unicorn, but I think lots of people claim that car trawler. A little bit about Flipdish. Flipdish was founded in 2015 by two Dublin brothers, James and Conor McCarthy, and has scaled already to this year. We will do transactional value of approximately 120 million through our systems. We are in 12 countries, which is amazing for a 4-year-old business, and we have offices in 6. So we're in New York, Dublin, London, Barcelona, Paris, and Berlin. And really what we are is we are a specialist technology company that does the interface between us and the end user customer in whatever platform is required for independent and chain restaurant or hospitality businesses. The beauty is we haven't had to go too wide with our product because there's a global marketplace out there. So we're a very specialist technology food tech business. Okay, that's the intros. Thank you for joining. Okay, this is a bit of an RC heading, self-ordering overview. I mean, for the last 20 years, and even before that, when you look at ATM cash machines, we've been self-ordering products as opposed to dealing with a human being. Thanks a million. So, you know, that has happened. It's gone. The ship has sailed, and it's going to keep on sailing. I come from a travel technology background, and you know, from there've been 480 retail travel agents in Ireland. There were now 130, and really, you know, a lot of people in our sector talk about dark kitchens. I mean, that happened in other sectors years ago. You could say ASOS is a dark fashion retailer, or Expedia are a dark travel company. It just means they don't have human beings and retail locations. So that's happened. It's going to carry on happening. My sort of early observations of this sector are, because it's such a diverse sector, quite fragmented, lots of independent businesses, technology is a little bit behind where it's hit other sectors. But I don't really know enough yet to validate that, but that's my impression of this sector. And the other bit I would say as a way of sort of self-ordering in our space, there's a lot of big companies that are, let's call them aggregators of food portals, Just Eat, Deliveroo, and I would say that they have filled a technology gap, not created a genuine marketplace. So that's what we're about, is to try and address that balance somewhat. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I can click on the video here. If not, it's available on our stand, which is C60 down the back. So I might not try and play that. There's a list of why self-ordering kiosks are good for customers. Okay, it's a fairly simple list. I mean, I think the way to get your head around that is we already prefer to behave in a certain way when we're ordering, and there's no reason why that behavior wouldn't be as appropriate as when you walk into a hotel, a restaurant, a cafe. Okay, we like that experience of being in control of the process. You know, the panic point in a restaurant is when you're either looking at a menu or staring up at a menu board trying to figure out what you can order. Whereas if you're standing in front of a kiosk, you're in control of that transaction. Okay, it's putting it back into your hands. So you can see what the offering is. You can see very good images of what is on offer, and it also means that, you know, the one pain point for a restaurant or a cafe or a food place is that whole thing around queuing. 7 seems to be a significant number. People don't think the most a queue should ever be is 7 people. And once it gets to 7 minutes, they start to get edgy. So if you're at a kiosk, you can get that transactional piece out of the way, and then the ball has been whacked up back over the net to the restaurant to do your order. You can relax, and you're on the process. It also does other things. It would speak my language if I'm if I'm a non-native speaker in a different country. The kiosk will speak my language. The human being may not. Okay, so it's giving me that control, that ability to see clearer what I might want. So from a customer point of view, it's extending how I behave normally anyway. Whether I'm on my phone or on my laptop or on my tablet, I'm used to behaving and ordering in that way. So the mystery for the customer is a no-brainer. Okay. So I just want to talk about for the operator. I mean, I think some of the conversations we've been having with companies you may expect, quick service restaurants, cafes, but there might be some other ones you don't think that we might be talking to, but they are hotels that struggle to publicize their food offering across a big property, or even replace it for self-service is a better way of doing room service. We're talking to workplace restaurants, particularly those big campuses. We're talking to shared work environments. We're talking to cinemas, who've always struggled with the food and beverage piece. So there's lots of places where this is relevant. But I just want to kind of run through very quickly some of the benefits for operators. Some businesses are trying to get to counterless service. So that means that the ordering, the paying has to be done on a piece of technology. So call it a kiosk, call it a screen, call it a tablet. That doesn't involve a human being. I think it's fair to say that it's not everyone. Not everyone is going to want to order from a piece of technology. But the surveys from McDonald's and the experience we've had for the last 6 months would show that 60 to 70% of people do prefer restaurants that offer that option. Okay. What are some of the other things? It also means that you can perhaps do the dynamic menu offering a little better, because it's a piece of technology where you can manage your menus. You can do dynamic pricing, which very few in this sector have yet got to. It means that you can concentrate your staff on where there is real value. So whether that be the meet and greet piece, the table service, the food preparation, you're not sort of bogging staff down in that transactional piece that the customer doesn't really get much human value from either. Okay. There's also other values, benefits. So there's no theft risk. There's no error risk. The kiosk can help you cope with spikes in demand. You know, lunch is a very spiky moment, but it could also help you cope with graveyard shifts as well, where you can't justify the second or the third person. They're also cheaper than human beings, and they're 100% reliable. Okay, but they also show your product in the very best light. Okay. That was a really brief presentation. The video was meant to add a minute or two, so we are in stand C60 if you want to come and talk to us. Anyone, any questions?
You mentioned dynamic pricing.
Yes.
How does that work?
Okay. So in terms of, one of the things that's really struck me of this sector is how static the pricing is. So, I come from an industry that was making thousands of price changes every hour. So in terms of how it would work in practice, the Flipdish technology gives you a common place we call it a Flipdish portal, where wherever that business is coming in from, whether it be online, an app, or from a kiosk, you can make amendments to the offering or the price as you see fit. The other piece is that you can start to use data to educate that price. You know, is that food item, you know, should it be 20% less on a Thursday, and would it be compensated by volume? So I think that, you know, most hospitality seems to have a very static view of menus and offering and pricing. And I think if we provide insights, there could be small, important changes that can measure that. But the simple answer is we give you the technology and you change it. Okay. Any other questions?
Where have you deployed?
The kiosks.
Kiosks.
Yeah, so Ireland and UK so far. So the trials were last year in a variety of different types of environment, and now it's kind of gathering momentum in UK and Ireland primarily. Okay, thanks a million. Thank you.